Hello, guys. Welcome to a new episode of Crypto Milot. And today it's 22 March, and we're gonna do a quick update about the crypto markets. So, welcome, guys. Let's quick go to the charts and let's see what the Bitcoin sentiment it's So let's see what the price of Bitcoin is doing at this moment of time. Let's go to the charts to see how everything is, because how you guys know the Bitcoin sentiment at this moment of time, it's quite in a neutral standpoint and we don't really know which way we are going. So let's see what the probability is and in which way we can go, because at this moment we are at 84k and 159 in the Bitcoin index, and a lot of people, they guess for the 76k that will be broken, but it's not sure, guys. It's not sure. It's really 50-50 at this moment of time. I think it's a quite critical level. We are at a moment that, to be honest, a lot of big traders, even respected traders in the market, they don't really know in which way we will go. So let's take a dive in the Bitcoin and see if we can find a little bit more out what we can expect in the Bitcoin price. Because at this moment, guys, we are defending the 84k, and we are at this point in the daily chart, we are at some kind of support line, what we are in. So it's important, guys, that we don't go close under the support line, because if we close under the support line with one daily candle, that will be quite nasty, because that can be a problem, because it can create some close under it what can have a problem, and we go more down at that point of time. So let's see how that's gonna play out, guys. I want to first go to the weekly from the Bitcoin and see how the weekly at this moment of time it's looking. If we go to the weekly chart, guys, you see that we had a bottom at this moment of time at 76k 700, and that's a point that's it's not totally confirmed if that's the case that this will be the bottom. It's really a sentiment of 50-50. A lot of people say, okay, this is maybe the bottom and from here we go up, and a lot of people saying maybe we're gonna break again the 80k and we come near 76k and we go lower and lower and lower, and we come again in danger zone. For example, we come around 76k again. So at this moment, guys, it is really difficult to say, one of the most difficult times in the past year to say which direction the Bitcoin have a bigger probability to go up or down. So in the weekly chart, let's take a look to the indicators, to the indicators, the CMF, the cash money flow. It is going down, but we have a little wick here up, so that's like neutral. The RSI is quite neutral, and the MECD, it's going down, but we can any moment form some kind of bottom out situation in this point, and we go up again. So that's also really hard to say. In my way of seeing the chart, I think as long we stay above 80k, there is a big probability actually that 76 was the bottom. But if you literally go to the chart and you check the chart, guys, it's really a lower lows and lower highs. We didn't break nothing. So at this moment of time, the weekly is quite neutral for me. I cannot really see which direction we go. We need some clarification, maybe in the shorter time frames. So go to the 4-day chart. The 4-day charts, the MACD, it looks a little bit more bullish because you see it goes a little bit more upwards. It will be nice if the RSI can come above the yellow line. So that will be a good confirmation that maybe we're going to turn around the sentiment. And the CMF, it's under 0. What actually, it's not that good indication, because when the cash money flow it's low, guys, it means there comes not so much cash inside the crypto, inside the altcoin, the Bitcoin at this moment of time. So we should really take a look if this is the case. If we can create some situation that there will flow some more cash inside the Bitcoin at this moment of time, and of course that will be very good for the market at this moment of time. The only thing what we have, guys, at the 4-day charts, we had the MRI a buy at the week of 6 March. So at that moment of time, we went up. So the MRI buy, it can be a 1 to 4 candle upside. So let's see how this gonna play out. So if we're gonna go back, if we're gonna go again under 80k, and we're gonna go to the near 76k, guys, it's, for me, it's a confirmation that maybe the bottom it's not out, and we can go make a little more dip down, maybe around the 70k. I think the 70k, it's a quite good point to defend the chart and go up again. So guys, let's go to the daily charts. Let's see what the daily charts shows us. So we earlier already had a look at the daily chart. Guys, let me be very, very clear about the daily chart. For me, for the daily chart, we need to break this residence line, what you see at this point. I'm gonna zoom it a little bit more out so you guys see it better. And then we need just be above all the moving averages. So at the moment that we break above this line, what at this moment of time it's around 90k, then I want to see a little more pump up, let's say to the 91k. Actually, if we have one body close above the 91k, that will really confirming in 3 ways that the sentiment is changing. The first way is that we broke already this point, like this 60, the previous high here. If that's already the first sign that we're gonna go up, and then we're gonna break the resident line. That's the second confirmation, actually. And then we are above all the moving averages, above the 20, above the 50, above the 100, and above the 200. So we are above all the moving averages. And we are also then above this point, what you see. This candle close around 91k. So it's actually 4 confirmations that we change the sentiment at that moment of time. But as long we don't break above that point, guys, I don't really think that we can expect any bullish sentiment in the market, because this is really a point 91k, a close candle on the daily. What we need to have, what we need to get to see if we can change the sentiment. And as long that doesn't happen, each move up, each bounce up is for me a dead cat bounce. That means that it's just not a bounce what confirms me enough that the sentiment is gonna change in the market at this moment. Beside that, guys, I expect that this gonna play out in a couple weeks. I expect really that in the 2nd week of April that we're gonna have some outcome about this situation, if we're gonna go up or we're gonna break down and we're gonna have some more downside. So I think everything will be confirmed in the upcoming weeks. So that's quite excited, guys, the upcoming weeks. At the 4-day charts, yeah, we are like at the 4-day charts, actually, let me see, we have a couple higher lows. That's some kind of bullishness. We have a couple in the short term. Let's say we have a couple higher highs. So actually at this moment of time, to confirm this little run up, what is not so long, it's just from it's just from the 11th March. So that's like, let's say 10 days. So let's see if we can now break this point here. If we can push it a little bit higher, and then the most important, if you're gonna break the 91k, guys, that's for me a really, really important confirmation. So I think, guys, this is enough about the Bitcoin. Let's go check a little bit, take a look a little bit some kind of altcoins. Let's start with let's actually start with Ethereum, the number 2 on the coin market cap, because we have a lot of bad news about Ethereum the last period, the last year. Actually, it's really performing down against the Bitcoin chart. So if you were in Bitcoin, you were definitely in a better place than you invested a year ago in Ethereum. So let's go to the daily chart of Ethereum. Let's see how that looks at this moment of time. Let's zoom a little bit out. So actually, it's nothing at this moment. It's really nothing to really say, okay, the sentiment is changed, because we are still under the 20 EMA, and each time we reach the 20 EMA, we cannot push a candle close above it, not a clear candle close. Here was a little fake out, but beside that, like, we really need at least have a candle close above the 20 EMA, what will confirm for me that maybe the sentiment gonna a little bit change for Ethereum, because at this moment of time, guys, Ethereum doesn't look that good. But the only thing what I can see that it's a little bit good, it's on the 4-day chart, guys. We had a second MRI buy at the 4-day charts at 14 March. And from that point that we had this second MRI buy, we have a little push up. It's not much, guys. It's not much, but it's something. It's 8% up at that moment until now from the week of 14 March. So let's see how this is going to play out. At least it should go at least to 2500 to see if we can change a little bit the structure for Ethereum, because at this moment of time it's really doesn't look that healthy and good for Ethereum. But of course, when the sentiment it's very low for Ethereum and everybody talks that Ethereum it's trash, and I understand why. I really understand why. It's also related that Solana came with some solutions, actually, also for a lot of meme coins in the space, that there was a lot of money flowing from Ethereum to Solana, and I think that hurted Ethereum a lot. And actually, the problem was actually Ethereum itself, because they don't come really with new things. They are not really at the past year. They are not really excited. Then other coins gonna outperform you. And then you come in a situation where Ethereum is at this point of time. So let's see how that's going to play out. And maybe it's also a little bit, of course, related with the Bitcoin price, what Bitcoin will do. So let's dive in Hoopy, because I want to take a little look to Hoopy, because Hoopy had a great thing. It had 2 weeks ago, guys. It had a second MRI buy here at this point. Beside that, it had a 4-day MRI buy at the same time. What happens really, really, really often, guys. That's really something what almost never happens. And then beside that, we had also at the daily at that point an MRI buy. So that was really something excited. It was a point that I thought, okay, this can be a point that really we can go up. And my expectation at that moment was that this was the point of a bottom, and it looks like kind of a bottom. And we went at that point almost, let's see, until the top, 84% up, guys. Almost double the price in a time frame 13 March until now. It's around a week. So in a week time, we almost doubled the price with Hoopy. It was some kind of point that I saw. It's really a point what can change the sentiment. Like I said, it's almost never happening at 3 MRI buys at the same point. And beside that, we were at a very low price. Of course, we know how much Hoopy dropped. It dropped a lot, guys. It dropped a lot. If you go to the weekly chart, I can zoom out. This was the point that in my way of trading, it was a moment of selling in this candle here. And like you guys see how strong sometimes this indication is, that we literally from that point until the bottom, let's see how many percent that was, guys. That's literally 2500%, guys. That's 25 times. So let's say you had 2500 at the top. That means at this moment of time you had just $100. And that's a big drop. But what I think, guys, I think actually there is a quite big probability that this was the bottom. This could be the bottom, guys. I don't say it's a guarantee, because of course nothing is a guarantee, nothing is financial advice. Just in my way of seeing it, there is some change happening with Hoopy. And you see also that we, for a very long time, we didn't had a close candle above the 20 EMA. A long time was that. Let's see when the last time was that we had a close candle above. That was here. That was at 3 January. That was 4 months ago that we one time went above the 20 EMA, the yellow line. And you see it, guys. It was a long time, and you see how strong this indication of the MRI sometimes is. It shows you quite in a strong level when things gonna go down. And like you see, guys, I had here one resident line at the white point. For me, between this white point, between 25 and 26, was some kind of turbulence moment. And you saw we rejected there. Just, guys, of course, no coin gonna go up in one line. So you will have ups and downs. And what I talk, maybe we're gonna have a problem here, and we're gonna go down a little bit. Maybe we can go back, guys, to a 1 to 4 candle correction in the 4 hour to the around the 21. That will be actually very, very healthy. If we can go around the 21 and from there we go up again, and we go, for example, to the 28 or the 29 or the 3, that's actually a very good sign, guys, because that shows me that we have a higher, that we didn't make a lower low, and that we're gonna make again a higher high, and that just confirms a change of structure, and maybe that Hoopy can make again a move up, guys, a move up, what a lot of Hoopy people were waiting for. And let's see how that play out, guys. Let's go now to the next chart. Let's go to the link chart, because I want to also discuss the link chart with you guys. The link chart at this moment of time, let's go to the daily chart. I think that's a nice point to show the link chart. I'm gonna zoom it a little bit out and take a sip of the coffee. So what actually happened with the link chart, guys? We had a good pump here in the beginning of the chart. It was really a nice pump. Let's see how big that pump was from the bottom here. That was a 1700. That was a 17 time up, guys, from the point of from this point, from 003. So that was really a nice point to buy, guys. You could literally 17 times go up in a time period of, let's say, how long was this time period? Let's see. On a daily chart until this point, it was just 8 days, guys. In 8 days, you could literally 17 times go up with your amount if you buy it here at the bottom and you went up. Just unfortunately, the top couldn't hold, so we made a drop. And at this moment of time, guys, we are at the moment of course, fear and doubt inside the crypto market, and of course, Link, it's a little bit reacted also on it. Just I think, guys, as long we can defend the 7 the 7-4, like as long we don't, if you see these 2 candles here, let me zoom it a little bit. Like as long we don't make a close under this point 7-4, I think actually that it can go up, guys. It can really go up from that point. It's important to defend this, defend at least this close what we have now. these two candles. If you can defend that point, and you can, for example, push it a little bit higher, and we can come outside this let's go to the 4 hour. Maybe I can show it a little bit better there. Gonna zoom it a little bit in, guys, otherwise it's hard to see. Actually, guys, if we can go above the 1 cent, let's say 108, if we can have a close candle above the 1 cent, I think the structure of Link will totally change, and we can see a pump up. The next stop, guys, is at this green line. That's the 1.5 cent. So between 1 cent and 1.5 cent, it's actually almost no residence inside the chart of Link. So let's see if we can really, it's an important point to break the 1 cent. That's some kind of point key level that need to be broken to change the structure of Link. And the other thing is, we should really not try to break at this moment the 7.4 in my sense of viewing the market. We had here on the 4 hour a little MRI buy. So that played actually good out, because from this point when we had the MRI buy, we went up. So let's see if we can defend this and don't come back again to this point of 7.4. Because if you come back here and you break this point, like this candles, if you break it and you have one close under it, you can again make a little dip down. And then the question is if you're gonna defend the 007, and you don't gonna lose that. And you don't gonna lose that part, because when you lose that part, you can go and dip a little bit lower. But at this moment of time, let's stay positive. Let's see if we can just defend this 7.4. If we can defend the 7.4 and there can come some good buys inside, and we push it up the 1 cent, I think the sentiment can quite fast change for Link, because I think Link have a quite strong community for the age what they have because like Link, like you guys know, this project is not such an old project. It's a new project. It seems healthy. It seems that the people behind it, they like to create something nice from it. Just of course, these are the key levels that need to be broken. So hopefully that will be broken, and let's see if that can happen, and the price pushes a little bit more up, and the celebration can start. And I think that will kick in the FOMO in Link and push the price maybe from the 1 cent direct to the 1.5 cents, and from there, guys, anything can happen. So that's enough about Link. Let's go take a look to maybe one altcoin more. Let's see what we're gonna choose. I wanna take a look at Cheems. Let's see what is the better charts for it. Cheems is it's a coin that it doing quite. It looks to me really interesting, because like you see in this chart, guys. This chart, it shows me that the defended very good this support line. 3 times it touched it and directly went up. So it means that there was a group of people, traders or people that defended this point. So you see it very clearly. 1 time, 2 times. We are now going up. I think we go a little bit too fast up. Of course, in this moment, the coin is at discovery mode, so anything can happen. Just of course, we go very fast, so maybe there is some time for maybe a cool off, because the RSI is quite overbought. The CMF, it's looking actually very good. The MACD also looks good. Let's go to the 4 hour. Let's see what we can find here. Okay, the 4 hour shows me. This is what I want to show you guys. For example, you see here that the price is going up, but the CMF, it doesn't show the same. The CMF, you see clearly that the money flow, it's going down. So that's for me a clear indication that maybe this pump can soon end and we can have a little correction. It doesn't mean that the coin, of course, it's gonna crash and it's gonna go down. Just a little correction, a little cool down to see what's gonna happen. I think it's very healthy to at least come to this point at the 1.1, the 1.1, because you're now at the 1.7. And I think if you actually come to the 1.1, you if it's go like this, you come in a point like around 1.10. I think this is a point maybe to come for the fourth time to touch it, because then you have again a higher high. And from that point, you can come here, cool a little bit down, load again, and push it up again. And then you make a new higher high. So at this moment of time, guys, this chart looks quite interesting. It looks quite good. Let's see how this is gonna play out. Just, I'm not a trader that at this point gonna buy in Cheems. It doesn't matter what kind of coin it is or what kind of currency it is. I never buy in a big green candle, guys. That's just not the way how I trade, because it's just too risky for me. I think the way how it can up, it can also at this point go down. I'm a trader more what gonna try to buy it when it's touched the one, because that gives me a good probability of trading. Because imagine it comes again around this point. Let's say it's gonna go a couple candles, a daily candles, and we come around the one. I can buy here, and the chance is big that we're gonna bounce from here. If we don't gonna bounce from here, I make a little stop loss of 5% down. Or even I'm gonna see when we have the first candle close, a daily body candle close under this line, it confirms me that the structure is gonna change, and the bull up, it's gonna end. So it's a little risk for me to risk 5% to gain maybe from this point. Let's say it go from this point to this point to double your money. So you risk literally 5%. You make a stop loss of 5%. If it's hit, the chance is big that we go around the 2.0 or even maybe higher, 2.2. But you can, like, this is the trades what I like, guys. A little stop loss, the place that you think a lot of traders think the same, and we're gonna bounce from it. And if it doesn't play out, because you never know it, of course, in front of your before your trade, you never know it. But it's all about chance of probability. You can just try, for example, me, I can try this out. If I lose, I lose 5%. If I catch this run up, I double my money, and I go out when I have a confirmation for a MRI sell, for example, or I see that, for example, the RSI and the CMF and the MACD, it looks different than the price range. That's for me some kind of indication that it shows that that it gets weaker and weaker. So you can also a little bit see here in the volume that the volume, it's going a little bit down and the price is going up. Let's see in the shorter time frame, is that the confirmation with the volume? Yeah, you can see it also. It's going now a little bit down, but the price keeps going up. So yeah, if I actually was in this trade in the hourly, I will just stay inside the trade as long we have a body close above the 20 EMA. As the moment that we have a close EMA, that we have a close candle under the 20 EMA, it's for me the moment to go out and just wait until a nice bottom forms. Like you see in the hourly here also shows around 0.1. We have a good support. That's double confirmation. I always like double confirmations. And yeah, let's see how this play out. It doesn't mean that this price, it cannot go a little bit more up, because you are now in a sentiment. Everybody is super bullish, and it can make it crazy a little bit more up. But just like I said, I don't risk this kind of things. Okay, guys, I'm gonna end the stream. I'm gonna also put this inside my YouTube channel, because normally this is a YouTube video. I'm gonna also put it there. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great Saturday. I also want to say, you guys, tomorrow we have a podcast from the link with the link community. It's around 9 o'clock European time, 9 p.m. European time. So don't miss that. We have a mystery guest. We are with Willie, of course, that each week is with us at the episode. And we're going to talk with the mystery guest. We're going to have some questions for him. We're going to talk about the sentiment. We're going to, of course, talk also about Link and what's happening with Link. We're going to announce the people of the Raiders group, but there is some kind of match going on in the Link community about who has the most active people. What in the X platform. So that's something nice to see. So let's see how that play out. Don't miss that tomorrow, guys. I see you all hopefully tomorrow. Have a great Saturday. I hope you enjoyed the stream, and I see you all hopefully to the next episode, guys.